Good evening, family. It's Sadat here, and I did some stupid ass shit. Did some real stupid ass shit, but I had help overcoming it. And I haven't locked myself out of my house. Shit. Last time I think I was 16, 17. Remember I had to wait for my mother to get home. But I gotta have this key looked at because see what happened was I decided to put my motor scooter up. And so I unlocked the front door because I had planned to come back in that way. But I didn't unlock the deadbolt on the storm door, on the security door. But the fucked up thing about it is we had the locks for the same key. But when I put the key in, it turned and unlocked the bottom lock. But when I put it in to the deadbolt, it went in, but it refused to turn. So now I got to have that looked at. I've been locked out of the house. It's what? It's 7:52. I've been locked out of the house since about 6:30. And so the first thing that I did, I called my neighbor next door to see if I could borrow a hanger because I thought I could fish the hanger in through the garage and pull that wire that latches the garage to the frame of the garage to close it. That didn't work. Sweat just coming down. Now the big door is open on the front door, and the dogs can see me. I can see the dogs. Can't get in though. And I know they want to go outside bad. So I called the non-emergency number because I remember um, neighbor down in Detroit. She had called the fire department that was at the corner of that block, and they were able to like they did on my house. They were able to push the storm window without breaking it, and then they put their ladder in, and then they had a guy go in there into the kitchen through the window and came out through the front door and got me in. But man, now I'm not anti-police, and I'm definitely not anti-paramedic or fire department. Because let me tell you something. About 9 people came to help me get in my house. I had what 3 cops there, uh, 2 paramedics because the one the one I guess he was the chief fire guy. When he found out I was a diabetic, and he asked me, he was like, "Did you put water on yourself?" And I was like, "No, this is all sweat." And then so he told the guy that his partner to check my sugar, and I got the Dexcom on right now, and it it was saying 130, but then on his meter it came down to like 120. So my phone was off. I believe his meter more than the Dexcom, even though the Dexcom makes it so I don't have to stick my finger all the time because I just have to wear this thing for like every 7 days. I have to change it. I hear they got new 15-day ones. I should have asked my doctor about that yesterday, but it didn't come up. I'll ask him when I go back in September. But they they were just worried about my well-being because I was sweating, and I had told him I was on the sliding scale for my insulin, but the the shakes came, so I sat down on the porch because I definitely don't want to fall. Can't fall again. Hold on a second. Let me see what he does. What are you doing? What's up? You're making all this noise. Hold on. He, he wants some attention. Hold on. All right, big fella, what's up? You got my attention. What's going on? I just tried to do some video recording. He had the zoomies. He was going real fast in like a figure eight. And then when I grabbed my phone, guess what? He stopped running. Yeah, you stopped running when I picked up the phone. I wanted to record your zoomy session. Boy, he was running fast. All you could see was like a blur. Oh, thank you for kissing Hercules. Thank you for kissing boy. That's my boy. Why don't you go down there and play with Lily? He just has to sit on my lap. He has to be near me at all times. I'm all right with that. Lily just has to have sight of me. And these are my kids. Yep. He's a year and 3 months. No, a year and 4 months. And Lily is 14 years old. And, wow, that's my boy. Yeah, we put you back down on the floor, all right? The papa smoked this blunt. Shit, I've been waiting to hit the blunt. I think I made the decision. I'm gonna stop smoking cigarettes, man, because one, I'm tired. I'm tired of the wheezing. You know what I'm saying? And it's. I know it's hard on my lungs because I can feel it. You know, and Juanita said I was doing so well. I hadn't been smoking in 3 years. And then the day she died, I haven't stopped smoking since. 3 years strong. But I say cigarettes better than drinking. I was never a big drinker, but I would toast at weddings or parties or something like that. But I was never a big drinker. I didn't wasn't all up on the Colt 45s and the 40 Red Bull and that nasty ass old English. No, and you get the aftertaste of that, man. That's like death in a bottle. It's definitely bad breath in a bottle. I think the only drink that I like is that White Lightning moonshine, and I can only take one shot of that because it'll straight up shoot my sugar straight past 300. Yeah, if I take a shot of moonshine, I like all kinds of moon. They got different kinds of moonshine. I got two different kind of moonshines. Juanita got me a pickle moonshine, and I haven't even opened it. It's in the refrigerator. Got a gang of pickles in there too. Then I got Tim Smith Climax moonshine. Brianna and I took a shot of that. Um, and then I got 2 jars of popcorn Sutton's moonshine. The first batch is like 92% proof, and then I see they made him bring the proof down for his second batch. I see Popcorn Sutton committed suicide instead of doing federal time for those submarine stills he had making liquor on his property. And the funny thing about Popcorn Sutton, every jar of his moonshine it says Popcorn said "fuck you." That's what he said to the government. Instead of doing that 18 months, he said he's going to take him a permanent nap. This some good ass weed. Shit. Nice and smooth. Kind of got a citrus taste. I uh I rolled it up, but I had decided to take the dogs out and put my scooter up, right? So when I brought the dogs in, I decided to put the scooter up. Here I'm thinking I got the key to both locks for the security door, and boy, did I learn different. Don't grab those sets of keys no more. Now I got the key around my neck that I should have had it on when I went out there to put my scooter up. I guess the dogs they can go back out and at least two more times. I'm gonna feed them their dinner. But I just thought, you know, I go ahead and do this little recording on how my early evening started out. Locked out of the house for well over an hour. All I needed that little baby that sun delight. Yeah, that's all I needed. And it stopped them shakes. And I was out there in that heat. That heat was starting to give me a headache. Even on my porch it was just hot. It wasn't really humid, but it was just summertime uncomfortable, you know. Especially I was trying to get into the garage for, maybe a half hour. Then I tried to get into the backyard, the sliding door. I knew I couldn't get out of that. But I had just locked that from bringing the dogs in. There wasn't no spaces on. Otherwise, I would have recorded a good room, added it to my channel. But hats off to the Washtenaw County Sheriff's Department and the Washtenaw County Fire Department and EMS, because they didn't need to do that. But that that really showed me something. You know, I've never been anti-police. I've had bad experiences like most people, but how they came to help me, no, I'm not anti, police, but I'm not one of those back the blue no matter who. You know, our police system needs to be fixed. The criminal justice system needs to be overhauled, but it's neither here or there. How do they make this shit taste like? Man, it kind of tastes like a cutie pie, like one of them baby oranges, but it's on the back end. It's got that skunk flavor, skunk taste, But I taste the citrus heavy, and I mean it tastes good. I wish I knew who grew this. Teach me how to grow some of this. God damn, have mercy. And it burns so nice and slow. You know what I'm saying? Now I had rolled this up, and I called myself 'cause I didn't want to take a damn pain pill for the neck pain. So I rolled this up. I'm just a little over an hour, maybe an hour and a half, 45 minutes late getting to it. The pain in my neck has since subsided. I don't do lives that often, but I was going to go ahead and do one for my YouTube channel just for the heck of it. And then, of course, I'm going to go ahead and upload this recording on my Rumble channel and my Spotify channel. So if you want to listen to me talk about some shit sometime, this is the spot. I didn't really make my channel to get a bunch of subscribers because I mean, since Juanita passed, I haven't been flying my drone lately because we were a man-wife team. All I had to do was fly, and she would work the camera. Now I can fly and work the camera, but been flying 2 years like that with her by my side. It was just it was more enjoyable. Though I did put the drone up on the 4th of July. My cousin came over. It was a surprise visit. It was pleasant. We were cordial to each other. He didn't know I knew how to fly drones, so I think I might take the SIM card out and see what I got, what type of footage I got. So I was sitting in my pop out tent away from the mosquitoes, but I couldn't get the doggone feed to come on to this 12-inch, no, 15-inch TV that I put the Sky Deck through the HTML, and it was what the drone saw out of his camera. It was supposed to come back on, how I have it on my phone, and the display comes out on the controller too. But with the Sky Deck, if I got that, I paired the shit. I know I paired it. I'm pretty sure I did pair the device, but it didn't link up. So I just put the motherfucker up anyway, hit record. It would have been much more enjoyable if I could just fly using that 15-inch TV. Then I could see, I have the all the battery and all that, how much time I got left to fly, and then you know how far up and everything. It'll be right there on that television. But I made it work with my phone and the controller. But yeah, I think that's. I'm gonna go and find me a space to chill in. So that out.